Okay, did I record it properly? Okay, I think it's recording, but I didn't hear anything. Let me see if yeah, it's recording. Hi, this is Jim Sporer with ISSIP, the International Society of Service Innovation Professionals, and we are recording today. This is the third Wednesday of the month, and this is when we do our meetings for the 4-fee credential and curriculum, which is ISSIP's top priority new program for um, 2026. Now, since we have Sachin on, who's relatively new to ISSIP, I just want to say, we have awards programs, we have book programs, we have all of these different types of programs, but we have never had a 4-fee credential and curriculum for our professional association. Lots of universities teach aspects of service innovation. Lots of companies hire service innovation professionals, but ISSIP has never had a 4-fee credential or curriculum. So in today's meeting, and I think I sent it out to you all, there's a document that I'd like to go through and present. But before we do that, let's just go around the horn and get everybody introduced. So Michael, do you want to go next? And then we'll have Sachin introduce himself.
Yeah, hi, Jim. Morning. Yeah, Michael Sotire. I'm in San Diego. I'm an ambassador for ISSIP, focused on funding development, working primarily in the area of education industry partnerships, with a focus also on student participation and leadership. And that's what I'm doing.
Great. And also retired. But
Also retired, yes.
Sachin, I think you are the one on the call that's not retired. I think you work for Wells Fargo, correct? Sachin, you're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah, I was going to say you're the one on the call who's not retired. You work for Wells Fargo, if I'm not
No,
mistaken.
I work for Optum. I work for Optum.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been working like a good time. I'm not retired, but I'm still working. But I wanted to provide and be for the ISSP very long and do a very nice job and do the volunteer, get a lot of things, get the innovation things happening around it, and take it from there.
Very good. All right.
Jim, I can hear Sachin a lot clearer than I can hear you. And I'm
Oh,
trying to
you can't
figure
hear
out
me
what I can do
clearly?
on my end.
Oh, did you say you cannot hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear Sachin much clearer, much
Oh,
louder.
okay. Is that better? I'm leaning
I can
closer.
hear you better. I can hear you better, Jim.
Okay. What about you,
Yeah.
Michael? Can you hear me
Well, I
okay?
can hear you well enough to hear what you're saying. I
Okay.
can get, yeah.
All right. All right. I'm I'll try to just clearly.
I think it's just
Supporting the ODA part, I'm supporting, they should be able to handle some. Yeah. Odin and Mars pointers.
Well, maybe that was Sachin. You're gonna have to mute if there's background, but okay.
Sure, let me mute it.
Okay. Can you hear me any better now, Michael, or not?
I can hear you well enough, Jim.
Okay.
Don't want you to strain your voice.
All right. So here's what I want to present today. So this is a document that I sent you all. You both should have it. Let's see who's joining us. Yasi. Hey, Yasi.
Hey, good morning. I'm sorry I'm late.
No worries, no worries. We're just getting started, actually. Um, did you want to introduce yourself, Yasi? We have Sachin on from Charlotte, North Carolina, and Michael on from San Diego. I don't know if you know either Michael or Sachin, but Yasi is, well, I'll just say it quickly. Yasi is the founding executive director for ISSIP. So she helped get ISSIP started in 2012, and now she is the executive director at UC Santa Cruz, Silicon Valley, the executive director of their HCI Human Computer Interaction Program. And Yasi had some great input for this this project that we'll go over in a bit. But Yasi, did you want to add anything to that quick intro I gave?
Just really nice meeting you, and looking forward to this session.
Great, great. So
Jim, I'm sorry, I'm not turning on my camera. I'm not camera ready yet.
fine. Perfectly fine. Okay, so Michael has been helping us since about last September or so. He's met a lot of the people. He's spoken to lots and lots of the ISSIP leadership, and he's very, very well connected in the public sector space, Yasi. And he actually, I think it was around 2010, he wrote an article about SSME, Service Science Management and Engineering as skills for the future. And so, and he's based down in San Diego. And Sachin is relatively new. He signed up to be a volunteer at ISSIP, and I just thought it would be nice to, you know, start bringing Sachin into some of these meetings so he can meet some of the leadership. And thank you
Hey,
for being.
Yasi, how are you? This is Sai. I'm ready to rock and roll and help the team. I'm an AI and ML expert. I'm in like one of the like software developer engineering manager, and I wanted to do some volunteer work and do better work for ISSP and the teams and do all these kind of things, Yasi.
Excellent. Very nice meeting you. Thank you.
It is pleasure meeting all you guys, and I'm also part of one of the board member, and I'll be helping the team in all the innovation. I'm working closely with you guys, with Jim and Yasi, two of you as well,
Great.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
for
Very
sure.
Okay, so we'll go around and everybody will have a chance to present, but here's the document that I sent you all. I call it a study guide, foundational online courses for ISSIP Service Innovation Professional Credential and Curriculum. It's our 2026 new program priority. Yasi, I mentioned all the other programs that we talk about in the handbook. This would be the new program for this year. It's very high priority. I want to acknowledge that Terry Griffith had this idea, and I could include the text elsewhere, but the basic idea was she said, look, if we're going to develop this ISSIP curriculum, why don't we partner with Coursera? Because Coursera has a whole bunch of courses out there that are relevant, and maybe ISSIP could increase demand for some of those Coursera courses and have a partnership with them. And so I don't know who would negotiate that with Coursera or if that's even possible. So that's, I just put in discussion question mark if anybody has ideas on that. And since Terry's not on, she might have very specific ideas about it. So maybe in one of the upcoming EC meetings or something else, we can discuss that. But I
That's
did,
a great idea, Jim. That's
it
a
is,
wonderful idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
good. And any other thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, one question first. Would you envision it if Coursera were agreeable and a revenue sharing could be developed? Would you see the Coursera catalog of courses being put on the ISSIP website with perhaps a new button added?
I have no idea.
Okay. I can talk to you about that because I think they would be, I think Coursera would be open to that idea as well.
Okay, well, maybe they would be. So the baby step that I'm going to work on that's built on Terry's idea is to build this for-fee study guide. And I was thinking it might be okay to charge like $100, and we could have a discussion around that for the study guide. And I'm thinking the study guide would be 100 questions and answers with pointers to these online courses from Coursera or LinkedIn or YouTube, because there's a lot of service innovation related courses out there, and we could just point to them and say, you know, if you want the credential, you should potentially study this. And here's 3 or 4 questions, 5 or 6 questions related to this course that you should be able to answer. And then for students who are, or people who are serious, they would go through, they would, check out all the questions and answers, and then they could pay an additional $500, again, discussion fee for a 1-hour test to earn the credential. And I'd be happy to do, the first few of these, if people wanted to pay 500 and just have me, make sure they know the answers, and if they pass, they get it, and if they don't, they can come back later and try again. The goal should be to keep this as simple as possible. So I consider this like a pilot. This would be like we would just try it out and see if it works. And I think the key idea that maybe making it too complex, but I just want to bring it up. I think each study guide should be unique. And what I mean by that is if the student is like a real student, say at Penn State University in industrial engineering, their study guide should emphasize some of the stuff relevant to their career goals. And Lou Freund, with his Mighty Me platform, has been generating, and some other people have been generating custom study guides for people's career aspirations and their backgrounds. So I think if each one of these is unique, basically you give it a unique study guide to each person that's willing to pay the $100 to get it. And then, you tell them, don't share this. You're not allowed to share this study guide with anybody. This is for you. And, we have to figure out, it's a code of ethics thing. You can ask people to do it, but that doesn't mean they'll do it. But I think that might be an interesting way to approach that. And now to get into the meat of this document, most businesses have a VP of customer service for the service offerings of the business. And for businesses with a smartphone app, they have a VP of user experience design or service design. And so what I've done is I went through Coursera, and let's start with like customer service. If I click on this, this is, here are the 10 of our most popular customer service courses. And you can see there's one for CVS Health. Here's one, Google Digital Customer Engagement from Google. Microsoft has one. CVS has several. But that's an example of that particular one. But you can see, let's go look at another one. Let's look at service design. Okay, so service design, here are the top 10 service design. Google's got a couple, University of Michigan, California, San Diego, University of Michigan, Pearson. As I went through all of these, IBM is in here, Cisco is in here, Dell is in here. So apparently a lot of our existing industry organizations have courses out on Coursera that may be related to service innovation. Of course, web services, IT service management, systems thinking. I think this goes along, Yasi, with some of the ideas you had. And anyway, I'm not going to click on all of these. I thought prompt engineering should be in there, digital transformation. There's a bunch of them here that we could go through to come up with that initial, 100 questions and answers that would be good for ISSIP. And I do want to just say, I also have a link in here somewhere to service innovation visuals. So if you go down here, you can see there's articles about 6 types of service innovation. This one is a nice one that goes from design systems up through the system of systems kind of thinking. These are the old service science stuff that looks at disciplines and systems, and the service science ontology, some stuff about T-shapes. And I'll just end with this before I ask for further comments. But this was for our progress update call that we had in January. And you can see everybody in our executive committee gave, their favorite topic for a service innovation 4-fee credential and curriculum. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here like value proposition canvas, service dominant logic, of course, servitization of manufacturing, service blueprinting. I haven't necessarily found Coursera or LinkedIn courses on all of these, so I'm starting to search for them. But those would be part of the study guide as well. So I've done a lot of talking. I'm going to ask Yasi to go first if you're still there and following this, Yasi. Um,
Yes, sure, Jim.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that overview and how you're thinking about it. That's great. Um, so, when I look at this area, there are lots of um, pieces
Yeah.
that, what I see out there, and as you went through courses that are available, there are lots of pieces
Mhm.
of a well-designed service system that's being offered. Uh,
Right.
but that overall, if you'd like, curriculum
Mhm.
is, I, I believe, is what's missing, uh, right? And 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 so, what are your thoughts about actually putting a curriculum together? And a lot of these courses could fit into that curriculum,
Right.
right? And that could be the v- value that ISSIP brings. And then what are the pieces that are missing from that curriculum? Um, like, and eventually offering that curriculum, I think needs to be, there needs to be some marketing research around it. I'm not sure if calling it a certificate in service systems is the best marketing spin on it. It may be. So that's one thought I had.
Yeah.
The other thought is this is a great project. What we're
Yeah.
talking about here is a great project for, uh, an HCI major, because what I see, the value proposition that we're putting forward as you outlined, what you outlined, I see it as a value proposition. Um, and, it would be worth actually doing a UX research
Mhm.
within our member base,
Right.
right?
Yeah, sure.
Because
Absolutely.
are they who's willing to pay what,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
Good.
so those are two thoughts I had.
Yeah, all good comments. I'll just briefly say for the overall curriculum, I didn't show you some charts that I've got called a periodic table of service
Okay.
innovation. But yeah,
Mhm,
there's a pattern they all fit into, of course.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm,
but just like the periodic table has like 92 natural elements, it's a pretty complex table still. And as you said, the marketing of complex things is not easy. But you also said, it would be good to maybe do a student team projects on this. And I think maybe somewhere in the document, Yasi, I mentioned that this fall, I would, when I do my AI collab with all of the universities that want me as a mentor of a student team,
mhm,
um, I would focus it on this student guide. And in particular, I would get the students using AI tools to generate the questions and multiple choice answers,
mhm, mhm,
customized for their academic discipline or their career aspirations. And that fits into a whole series that I've already developed with students. So I can share that with you separately at a later time. But good 2 points.
Right.
See, thank you. Yeah. All right, Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll do some research. I think a partnership between ISSIP and Coursera might be possible and might be mutually beneficial. I'd like to take a look at their website. I think they're a for-profit, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, yeah.
So I think they might be interested in having a nonprofit partner that brings a different sensibility, a different mindset, a different philosophy. And just thinking out loud, if we were to apply the principles of service innovation to what Coursera does generally and specifically, might there be an interest on their part in, and again, thinking out loud, become part of a AI collab, sponsor a collab even, and perhaps within the framework of an education industry partnership, bring in kind of like a channel, bring in other providers. But I'd like to do some research and see what they're all about, especially their corporate social responsibility team.
Good, good.
Also, I can do the AI related healthcare stuff. I can add as well. I can add that piece of information as well. Everything.
Very good, very good. So you see contributing specifically to that curriculum. Very good,
For
Sechan.
sure.
Okay. All right. Well, we got about 6 more minutes left. And I do urge you to go through and maybe read that document a little bit more than I had a chance to just cover it quickly. I'm just going to keep proceeding on it, and we'll use the third Wednesday of the month to circle back on this. I would invite any of you who want to do a presentation, like Michael, if you're research next month, you could present that. Yasi, if you have additional ideas on this, and like to present on this third Wednesday of the month, that would be great. I know Haluk and Andrea have been on previous ones, so they'll show up when they're available, and I'm sure they'll have ideas as well. So we'll just keep adding people who are interested in contributing to this. And I hope to do a few pilots of at least the, uh, by the end of the year, and maybe do the AI collab stuff. Oh, Yasi has a quick search from Gemini.
On Coursera partnership might be a good starting place.
Okay, okay. Let's check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. So there you go. So Michael, and you might want to talk to Terry Griffith because she suggested this, so she may know
Yeah, I will.
specifics, but okay. Yeah, I know IBM has, their partnership is we're going to put courses on your platform. Universities have the same kind of partnership, individual instructors, Coursera for Business, organizations looking to upskill their workforce. Huh. Okay, well, I think that most of this is content creators. I don't see credentials or certification in this. But interesting. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I thought, uh, uh, nowadays I start a lot of my research with a um, uh, quick ask of Gemini or Claude or OpenAI.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. How to forge a partnership with Coursera. Good stuff. Yeah, I do meet with Lou Freund and Yash Gandhi later today over at Adobe. Uh, and I do know Lou has been working pretty hard to get the AI integration into the Mighty Me platform to, you upload your LinkedIn profile and then you say, I'm a student or whatever. I'm looking for advice in my career. I want to someday be the VP of service design at IBM or something. And it churns away and comes up with recommendations on how you could progress your career. So I'll chat with them about this. Maybe they know something about Coursera as well. Um, All right. Well, and thank you, Seichin. It's nice to meet you finally. And I think maybe you even invited me to connect on LinkedIn one time. So maybe I was just going through that. Maybe I should connect with you here.
Also, Yasi, can you send me your email? I can stay connected with you as well
There you are.
as
Okay.
one of the board.
All right. Very good. Okay. Thank you, Seichin. I think we're connected now. And
Thank you.
look
I
forward.
just shared my email address.
Sure, I'll send you an email.
Great.
So yeah, it's Yasi Mogadam right there.
Yeah, that's my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Happy to connect.
I've shared you as well, Yasi. I have connected you as well.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'll
Michael.
email you, Yasi.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And I can add you to the weekly, the monthly calls as well, Seichin, so you can see the others. There's Mike.
Sure.
Okay. We'll all get connected and we'll keep little by little. We'll get it done. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good to
Bye-bye.
meet you, Yasi and Yasasha.
Nice
Bye
to
now.
meet you. Bye-bye.